Hello, everyone. I'm live. I woke up 20 minutes ago, Scott, when you messaged me. I was dead asleep. But I made it. I'm ready to go. Thank you for being here. Still drinking my coffee. Right. So last week we bombed out with the internet. This week we're all good. I've got me internet's like 10 times faster than ever now. It's all fixed. It shouldn't have any problems ever again. But what I did when I was sitting there and I like wasted my time, I couldn't help myself, and I hooked in and started painting more. If you remember from last time where it was sitting, and I just want to fast forward through the process a bit, but more just wanted to paint it because I had the airbrush in my hand ready to go. And you see it's massively blue shifted because I went nuts with the white. Originally, I'd overcooked on the cheek here. I was using the transparency over the top. I'd done some minor corrections, and I used red. I had two jars sitting in there, and it turns out it was red. I thought one of them was orange, and I was like, I sprayed it on a bit of paper to show you guys that look how raw this is. It's just straight what I thought was orange, and I went, wow, this is really red, but it's the only one I used, so it must be an orange. Turns out I had it in another spot, so I sprayed red on the cheek and overcooked it, and it was all very red. So I had to really work really hard with the white here, almost borderline to the point where I started to wipe some of the details out. So yeah, that's where we're at. I've got the orange this time, I think, though. There we go. That's more like it. I'm going to spray in a bit of paper before we go, but that's the orange we use over the top of this blue shifted white. Not all the time, it just depends. So when this original color, which is hardly seen anywhere now, I'm going to spray it somewhere. Got a bit of paper. All right, so that original color is made of orange, yellow, mostly yellow, a little bit of red, and then a little bit of blue to turn it to that brown color, right? What we've got here is this color showing through still, even though it's turned a lot blue, but it's got that little bit of blue in it. So when we want to fix and get it back to this color, we don't need the blue. So it is just orange, and with the blue that's on the surface of the paper, turns it back to that color. That's the idea. Sometimes it still needs a little bit of the blue. Sometimes you just need to get this color in the darker areas where you just wipe all that blue out anyway. So anyway, let's hook into it. I'm going to have a quick read of all the chats. Find glasses. And got your message there, Scott Poco. Thank you, mate. Here's my glasses. All right, Grumpy's here. Hello, DB. How are you, Dean? Thanks for being here, guys. There's a couple others that little anonymouses in the background. Like the video, guys. That helps the YouTube. If you can, please. Finish my coffee and we'll hook in, eh? I've got the clock set to 9:40 now because I had the time-lapse camera going. Yeah, for that little bit that I did. Oh, and also I've switched back to my HP line siphon fed because it's faster. When I did this with the Micron and the white, it just took forever to build it up. Trying to turn a portrait of Papa Smurf into something else. Yeah, that's right, mate. It was what was the girl's name? Papa Smurf. It was, I can't remember what her name was. I'm of that vintage. I used to watch that show. Girl Smurf. What was her name? Hey, Russ is here, mate. How are you? Great job on the clown. Russ sent me an email. I've clownage painted. It's really cool. And he's been following along trying to do this portrait. If any of you guys want this reference, send me an email. I'll send it to you if you want to have a crack at it. It's really hard. And this is what I was telling Russ in an email response. Sorry, I took a couple of days to get to you, mate. These are difficult portraits. These really soft and subtle shapes into them. They're difficult to do. All right, so we're into it. Can't remember the girl. Yeah, what's her name? It was like, okay, everyone else had like, yeah, it was Papa Smurf and Grumpy Smurf or whatever, but she had like a normal name. Someone Google it. It's going to annoy me. Oh, I'll put my camera on. The other one. Any of you see the time lapses of the other pictures we've done live? They look cool. I like doing them. All right, that's going. Yeah, thanks for waking me up, Poco. Do you know what? I suspected I didn't want to insult you when you said, not insult, there's nothing wrong with being pissed, mate, but I thought, oh, you said you had your party, you might be half full, one too many pints. Man, imagine me trying to work out the Scottish accent when you had a few. Jeez. All right, so I'm going back to the original colour that I showed you before, just to pick out some details before I go, because the white really did wipe out a lot of them. I might even have to do my trick before with this one-to-one over the top, but is that close enough for you? Okay, JC, thank you for being here. This feels weird considering I just woke up. Well, 40 minutes ago now. Now, next week I've been talking about my hot rod show coming up. That's next week. It's like snuck up on me. I'm busy today preparing all the stuff for that after I painted this. Well, it means I won't be here next week. So it'd be nice to actually finish this today. That's another reason why I switched back to this airbrush. It's just going to be faster. Yes, thanks, Russ. Look it up. Put it in there. Smurfette. Good man. Smurfette, that's the one. This is the crap we talk about, eh? I haven't got my glasses on. I'm still seeing blurry because I just woke up. I'm gonna sorry if I ignore the chat. I really want to just try and get this done. Oh, I almost can't see that eyebrow here. I'm not doing anything new as such. I'm just making sure that I don't lose my lines and doing the parts that end up the darkest anyway, just with the dark colour. And I really did lose that bit there, so I just sort of half made that up. And maybe with colour, because it's quite a warmish colour anyway, a lot of it might go on its own. It's just be those really lighter areas where I don't want to go any darker that I've got to use the raw orange. But like I said, if you probably don't remember because I just waffle, but orange, if I spray orange on a white bit of paper, it's got a darkness to it as well. So I've got to allow for that and make sure that I stop before I need, like, stop with this one, this colour, before I need to put the orange on before it gets too dark. You know what I mean? Because that's going to add a little bit of darkness to it too. So here it's actually, believe it or not, here is where I lost the eyebrow. It's almost not blue because it was the white. Eventually it turns into white, right? There's no more, it becomes opaque enough that the brown coming through and you don't see that blue shift. So this actually might just work on its own, just lightly like that. So yeah, that's gone. That's all good. It's these areas here and on the nose where it was really dark under there before. I can do that. Now I've also got the opaque versions of these colors. So I used white. I put this color into white. Right. So for that one, you can see it all right. But I've also got one that's got more of this color in it. So it's white, but it's got more of this. So it's like a step. So if I feel like I need a little bit more control, I can switch to that one on top of this creamy color. But I might not need to. But it might be a way to actually beat that blue. Now this is like I'm pushing it off because I've never done it with sepia before, right? I do it obviously with colours all the time. This is all theory. This is like the first time I've done this. And so it's a little bit of, what's the word, experimenting. All right, now here's a problem. Here is a problem. This is the watered down version. And I've got like hardly any of the original colour left because there it's not covering enough. Hardly any. Well, like a millimetre. Let me see, because I want to switch to a thicker one. Two millimetres, that might be enough. Ah, Paul, how are you, mate? You remember, he called me master because I've been teaching him, not because of anything else. All right, that was the wrong colour now. Far out. That's two. All right, well, what's going on here? Oh, that's the watered down one. Got to mix up a little bit more colour, guys. Don't have to be perfect. What I did, I grabbed one I thought was the right colour, but it must have been one of my I don't know what it was, but it was too red and too raw. when I say raw, I mean like too close to like, there you go, that's right now. Too close to like the base color, you know, too red, too yellow. Right, hopefully this is thicker. Yeah, a little bit better. I needed it thicker to make the hairlines. Yeah, so if all goes well, we'll finish this one today. I might even go a little bit overtime if I'm close, because I really can do it next week. And then I actually think I've got something on the week after as well, so it might be a couple of weeks where I'm not here. And then I'll be well and truly over it by then. I'm sick of looking at it. It's got to go. This is still too thin. I really just sort of make up a new one. Okay, Mark. Any noticeable improvement in the video quality this week now that I've got like crazy fast internet? Interesting to know. Maybe it was good enough before. See here, there it was really light on her neck, so I'll have to switch to the orange for there. All right, let's just do this thing, will ya? No more mucking around, hit the nitros. I did about 30 minutes last week off camera with all this white and a lot of the hair strands and stuff. This side of her face, you see it's really white on our right, her left. I'm going to have to put some there because I missed out. I didn't do all those. I don't know why I didn't do those, but I've been nervous with this one. Not that, like, I'm 100% certain that I will get it eventually, but because I'm doing it live and a lot of it's new, there's like an added pressure that I hadn't really felt before. Normally it's just like, oh, well, you know, like I feel like what I'm trying to put across to the world is freedom, like freedom to freehand is what I say, but it's not about the freehand as much about being free, painting without being scared. Just put your colour down and just, if it didn't quite work, just adjust and move and all that stuff, because that's how I paint. Trying to put that across to everybody. It's the whole reason why I'm like, all right, let's do brown and blue shift the crap out of it and show you that we can still bring it back. And what's the advantage of blue shifting it? We can use the white over the top and get some more details in that we normally couldn't do without erasing and stuff, right? What was the point of that story? So yeah, anyway, I feel a little bit nervous about it because it's like, look, so yeah, I know I'll be able to get it there, but I'm doing it live in front of you, and I've never done it before with this exact sequence of colour. black and white, do it all the time. Every one of my black and whites is always light over dark in every stage. Now, I know. And I thought actually the brown would probably be more obvious with blue shift, which it sort of is, but it is with grey too. But like I said, it was all in my head theory that I knew I could do it. Well, yeah, I knew I could do it, but I actually hadn't done it. Guess what I'm saying. So even just lightly over there, because that I was really strong with the white there, so it gets to beyond the blue. The blue only comes through when you got those colors underneath, that brown coming through the white. All right, so it's what's happened is that technically, scientifically, someone might be able to tell me wrong, but light waves, the blue is the strongest light wave out of red, yellow, and blue. Oh, yeah, like the rainbow colors, you know, a prism or whatever. Blue is the strongest one, so it travels the further. So when it's half blocked, the yellow and the red don't come through, but the blue still does. That's why like mountains in the distance are blue. It's just about the light waves being stronger. But when you eventually cover it with white, you beat the blue coming through too. So a lot of this hair, we'll put quite a few coats of white. Well, there's no blue shift there. I can just lightly put the brown over it and it just turns the exact color I want. It's only an issue where I've got it even though it's opaque, there's transparent coming through. Now I'm going to pretend that this outside's done because, like I said, I want to finish it today. I might roughly do it at the end, but that's something that can be not finished on camera. Really looking forward to the hot rod show I'm doing next week. Oh, Rob's here. I was just actually thinking, where's Rob? Where's Dred? Haven't seen you for a while. Thanks for coming, mate. You popped up on my friend request tab on Facebook, so I sent you one. It looks like you don't use Facebook that often. I don't actually use it. I just browse on it like a stalker. All right, just see it here. Yeah, no biggie, Rob. Yeah, no biggie. I was just, who's this guy? And I was like, oh, hey, there you go. It's amazing how Facebook stalks you. I think because I'm Facebook friends with Micah Scott, that maybe you come up because of that. Oh, Steve, g'day. How are you, mate? Thanks for being here. Here's a perfect example of the blue she's going to show through with this colour, and I have to swap to orange right in here because it's quite light. If you can just see it on the camera there. See in here is quite light, and I've sort of got the lightness right there, but there's blue showing through, so I have to use orange, not brown. Same a little bit there. So I've done this side of the face. This is where I'll use it more than the shadow side. I don't think I'm going to need to, except for up here. I definitely will. We'll see how much of it disappears with this. And like I said, I've got to make sure that as far as the tone, the lightness and darkness of it, I don't go too close to it if there's still blue showing through, because I've got to allow for the little bit of darkness that orange is going to bring, which is about it. So see, there's still blue in there, a little bit of orange, be done. Right. Still trying to pick out some of these lines. I sort of nearly lost it all. I'll keep glancing across and use it on fire today. Maybe because Scott had a party and he's a few pints in. So I apologise if I miss anything. What do Scottish people drink, Poco? You like Guinness like the Irish guys, or beer, Scotch, all of the above? Is Puggy here too? See, that part's good. Blue's gone there. What I'm going to do is just go over the whole thing, and I'll see the parts where, like here, where I stopped, and I'll add the orange later just to get that last little bit. Anything they get their hands on. Yeah, that's a bit like Aussies, mate. Depends who I'm with. Normally it's just beer. Get some of my mates and we start hooking into the bourbons. After that, it gets a bit messy. It's only once or twice a year. Buckfast. Is that a beer? Or is that something else I've never heard of? Another spot where orange is going to have to go in. Well, geez. Any wonder you didn't call me Poco. Not even speaking English, mate, if I was drinking that much. This is a tricky portrait, man. Yeah, thanks, Rob. I'm glancing across at the chat. I can't help it, even though I should be painting. Thank you. It's getting there, mate. It's getting there. So I'm feeling the pinch. I just want it done now. So I'm sort of thinking, and like, because my weekends are going to be full, next couple, it needs to be done today. Oh yeah, I'll sit back. Oh yeah, it's getting there now. You probably can't see it in the camera. It's a little bit grainy there. The white, I said I painted last week and I was using the micron with opaque white and didn't really like it too much. So it's a little bit grainy. Oh, there's my mate, new puppy. It's a little bit bluish there. The orange will definitely fix all that up. I'm just more looking at the shapes now. Well, I'd be joining you, Steve, if it wasn't whatever time it is this morning, 7:36 a.m. Maybe in about 12 hours. this one up here. Oh, Rush, you're cutting out. That's no good. You missed our after last week when the thing bombed out. I've got like crazy fast internet now and solid. So like what I used to, at my best, I used to get like 40, 50 megabytes per second out here in the faster inside. Now I've got like 150 here, 120 it was here, and like almost 300 inside now, but so we should be all good. That'll make things a bit blurry for you. Who was it? Who said it? Dean. Can't do anything about improving your sight in that situation, mate. Cool how much extra depth you get when you do go over with white. Obviously, you got the blue shift problem, but like you just be able to like just even there, just that extra layer. That's how you get that true. I don't know what it is. It's not realism now, but you know what I mean. Definitely more depth, more layers you do. Oh, made contact. Didn't bend a needle. I was lucky. Not spending too much time over here. Now I'm going to look at this crap. It is good for me to be able to see how much I can go and keep it light or dark enough and get rid of that blue though. I'll probably end up having orange everywhere. It might even turn out slightly different colour, but it's got to look uniform. Very complex hair. I said that last week. So should pick a different picture. It's got a lot of light colour hair here. I'm gonna have to get the white back out along here. I'll do that now. Actually, I'll get this darker. A couple of strands of. Got my stencil I used for the last one. I'll do it. Gonna make a new one, but just to. Just do something out there. Oh. Okay. All right, lol, Paul. Did Paul tell another joke? Good one, mate. It's 7:45 a.m. for you too, mate. I hope you're not drinking now. All right. Well, I'm just going to switch back to the white there. Just do those strands of hair because that's what annoy me. Not till you get the relativity. So as this area is now getting closer to not finished enough for this, then I can see how much darker this can be. When it was there and this did have this dark around it, it looks too dark. But I know I can go a little bit darker now. Oh, it's very thick. Oh well. I'm not going to copy it exact. I'm just going to few strands in there. There we go. Oh, Grumpy, that's what I'm doing, mate. That was the whole point of the artwork. I went over it white on purpose. I was always going to do that to get the blue shift to show you that it can be done. Whenever I paint black and whites, I always go light over dark and just deal with it with the transparent colours, right? So I don't know if you're here or not, but I'll go through it again. This brown has yellow, red, little bit of blue. This one here now, because I use the same color, but it's got the white showing through it, has got too much blue. So using the orange, the yellow, red mixed together without the blue in it will kill that blue, not kill the blue, will use the blue that's there to turn it to brown. That's the whole point of it. Hope that explains it. And then, like, I wasn't doing it just to make blue shift. Using light over dark, it's how you get next level of, you can't do these hairs, you can't do this without doing light over dark, or scratching back, erasing, etc. And I don't do that. So paint light over dark, and also make correction. If you've got to rely on not ever using light over dark, then you better hope you don't make a mistake or spill paint. Jason, hello Jason. Can't remember your name now. Thanks for being here. Join the crazies. I'm just going to tint these off a little bit, and that'll be close enough. Oh, it's a little bit. I missed a few in here. Doesn't matter. That'll do. Now I know I can go a little bit darker on the forehead here, because I've got the darkness around it to give me that relativity. Well, there's more light coloured hairs here, but not doing those. I'm going to finish today. There we go. I'm 40 minutes in so far. All right, I'm going to switch back to the thinner version, which I've got more of. Same colour, just reduced more. So yeah, you can see that actually most of that blue shift's going. See in here, I thought I was going to have to use orange, but maybe a little bit slightly blue. Maybe even just yellow. Maybe just whatever. We'll see. No need to add blue that coat airbrush. This is still the colour that does have blue in it. I haven't actually got the orange out yet. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use everything that I can do with the brown, which has the blue in it. And then if there's still any blue shift showing through, then I can get rid of it with orange. I'm really am tiptoeing through because it's actually more. Not worried about the blue shifts. I'm just worried about the shapes. It's a very tricky little portrait. Very subtle differences in little tiny shapes here and there. And of course, trying to get everything perfect because I'm an idiot. Especially around this side, man, it's got all these subtle little. This is when I could use the white with more color in it, or even more. Could do like this with a little bit of white in it, and then I can go in closer at 100%, right? But I'm just trying to skip that step, so I'm sort of tiptoeing through a bit, painting light and being careful. But if I had unlimited time, then I would possibly do that now. You want to find if you find you're having to paint like I'm doing now, really light, and you're close and light, like the hardest combination, then you've got the wrong color, or you can reduce your color or whatever. So you got the wrong color. You can because we can work the blue chip out later. You add more white to your color, and it's much easier. You can go in close, and you don't have to do close and light. You can go close and 100%, or close to much stronger on the trigger, and don't have to worry about it. Just can't go too dark. Well, I'm going close and light here, which is very possible to go too dark. So I'm being careful. Just whatever, make life easier for yourself, right? That's the end of the day. That's what you try and do. I didn't want to put the white back out here, but I have to. It's going to be fun going through this chat later. A bunch of crazies. Next week, everyone has to be drunk, all right? Maybe he's all right today, except for Paul. Oh, see you, JC. Thanks for coming, mate. Watch the replay, see how it turns out. I don't know what's going on with that part of the picture. It just doesn't look right. I'm just going to pretend it's not there. In fact, there's not much detail in the hand here. I think I might have stuffed that up when I was on Procreate. I'll just put some more hair in there or something. Oh, you want me to be drunk? So, crackers, that'll be fun. Usually have to get up in the morning though. I'm not going to be drunk at 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning. I don't think I've ever done that actually. Be interesting to see. I think I'm hilarious when I'm drunk. So that could be interesting. Definitely have to paint something a little bit simpler than this. Stop every 3 minutes, take a drink. Start off all right, and then what'd you call me? Speed painting on speed. Like that, what was the show? The Wolf of Wall Street. And he thought he got home in his Lamborghini, all right. And then he woke up next day and it was totaled. He didn't know. I'll sit back, I can still go darker here. It's crazy. And when I thought before it was borderline too dark, it wasn't. Next live I do, it's going to be like real gritty and lots of contrast and stuff, because that's heaps easier. These subtle little shapes killing me. The problem is you've got to get them right. It looks a bit odd, you know. And now I'm also trying to, because I want to finish it today, I don't want to make any more mistakes to adjust. Skin tones are smooth. Yeah, that's why it's hard, Russ. I got told early days when I was first learning, babies are the hardest. And it's for that reason. There's no creases or anything. It's just all these perfect smooth blends, and they more often than not just look like they're unfinished, because they're really hard to get them all just right, you know. It's coming together now, though. Again, like I always say, the color doesn't look the same on the screen when I glance to my left than it does in real life. A little bit too dark there, and I'm going to put those highlights back in. Lost her teeth, better put those back. we go. That's why sticking to horror exactly, mate, is much easier. So I'm just saying next time I'm going to do bloody skull or something. It's like a slam dunk. I should see his picture I'm going to do. I'll show you later. I think if it's in here. Oh, it's inside. If you've got your patience, I'll run inside and grab it for what I'm painting at the Hot Rod Show next week. So cool. I've been learning how to prompt on Mid-Journey with the help of ChatGTP. Oh, it's very cool stuff. I was just going to pick, I actually found a picture just on Pinterest, which is really cool. That'll do. But then someone had it on Reddit, you know, the skull. Who got the skull? Paul got the skull, or gave away. The warrior skull. Someone had a wah-wahs about crediting the artist. And I said, well, I don't know who it is, and I suspect it was AI. And then they even went to trouble of image search, and then they found some dude on Facebook who claimed it. And it was all full of AI. And then I found another website that can test, and it was like 97% chance it was Mid-Journey. Like, well, I'm not accrediting anyone. And anyway, so I just thought, well, this cool picture I found for the Hot Rod Show, I'm not going to use it, so in case someone else beats a wah-wahs. So I recreated a similar one myself. Still not claiming credit for it because I didn't do it. I mean, I'll take credit for copying the picture, but I didn't make the artwork up. So there's this one. This is AI. So, oh, no worries, Poco. Glad I got there eventually, across the world, from Sydney to Queensland to Scotland. Need to sit back and have a look from a distance. Oh, it's getting there. There still is I'm getting close to the right darkness and lightness here, and there is that hint of blue, so I'm definitely going to have to get the orange out soon. We'll hook in down a bit lower to the boobs. Definitely finishing today. Just had a look at the clock. Even if I have to go overtime, I'll finish it today. I know it's late for you guys. If you pass out or one too many drinks, and that's okay. So last time when Scott was in my ear with the earbuds, so keep an eye on the chat for me. He told me he put on his, he had to take the silver spoon out of his mouth when he finished because he, for his accent, so I could understand him. Can imagine now when he's had belly full of grog. Yes, skull. That's right, Paul. What did I miss? Yeah, I'd stop with that. I've missed what you said there, more forgiving about something. Oh, yeah, here we go. Someone, give her a name. Smurfette. Yeah, Smurfette, that's what I reckon. Smurfalicious. I don't know what to do with these. Actually, I've still got the other one I did last time and the eagle before that. So the 3 brown ones in a row. And I'm happy to sort of get rid of them for any price, really. But I can't afford to post them all everywhere all the time, you know. Like, we'll put them on eBay. I did try. Someone said, "Well, what's not or whatever." It's not in Australia. Oh, they're starting up in Australia. I got the app and it was quite confusing actually. So I'm not going to do that. So maybe I'll just put it on eBay. I'll think about it. The one I'm doing for the Hot Rod Show next week, I think I might want to keep that. It's cool. Worldwide eBay. Yeah. I'll look into that actually. Just how the postage works international and stuff, you know. Another area where it's getting close to being the right lightness and darkness, but there's still a fair bit of blue. So I'm going to stop just that little bit short. Bring the orange out. I'm probably going to end up having to go really strong with the orange everywhere to make it all uniform. It's still going to be brown, just maybe slightly warmer brown. Oh God, Pearl Jam song just popped in my head. I just remembered I dreamt about being at a Pearl Jam concert last night. I've been one of them for years. Yeah, Pearl Jam. Yeah, you're my vintage, Rob. Yeah, very cool. I was just reading yours, Steve. Yeah, absolutely. I love, I've said it before, you probably haven't been, I love cycling just because of the swapping colours, and it kills me rinsing out every 5 minutes when I'm changing colours. Not so much as this one, it doesn't really matter as much because I'm using one colour over the whole artwork and blah, blah, blah. But when I'm doing colour ones especially, I'm often cycling through colours in a little area just to make sure it's working and right. I like this, be able to swap and change real fast. But we're still working out names. I just worked out why I was dreaming about Pearl Jam. So talking to mates last night, and we're organising towards the end of the year a get together because I'm interstate from them now, 8-hour drive away, or an hour flight, and yeah, we're going to get all together at one place. And one of those guys, I wasn't speaking to him yet at that point, but he's the man that I went to all the Pearl Jam concerts with. So that's why I was dreaming about Pearl Jam, and that's what's in my head. All right, let's just do this. This is very much simplified compared to the photo through here. Hair just goes this way, that way, all over the joint. little stencil here. So going to make a new stencil for this edge here, but it doesn't matter. Oh, look at that, it's almost perfect. That'll do. Oops. Oh, that's another drinking game. Every time I say oops. You can play that tonight if you want. Oops, 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 oops. Probably a better game if you've worked out what word it is before. So I don't know, because I'd have too much fun with that. Oh, I just made this whole bit up. That will do. I'm a bit quiet today, but you guys are entertaining yourselves, so that's good. Okay. All right, there's a little bit of blue here and there. See how we go. I'm going to get the white out again, not white cream, just to tidy up some of the edges here and there, and then I'll start fixing the blue shift. What are we talking about here? Oh, you're off, Dean. Catch you next time, mate. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't before you leave. Folds in the cloth, so highlights and shadows. Yeah. Like you don't need to put. I didn't need to put too much effort into that really, because everyone's eyes going to go. Well, they might be there. Most people's going to go. Good stuff, mate. Most people's eyes are going to go to her face first, so that's where you put all the effort in. What was I doing? Yeah, we're all men here, so we probably would look somewhere else first. Oh, yeah, that white's way too thick. Oh well. All right, that's what I want to do. I'm going to thin the white out because I want to play with the white a bit more. Let's reduce this up a bit more. What am I missing? Right, what do I want to do? Oh, spraying like a pig. A GM of Airbrush. What does that mean? Grandmaster, maybe. All right, I'm going to crank my pressure up a little bit. It's annoying me. Oh, that's better. Oh, crackers. Can you hear the difference? I'll probably turn that up a bit too high. Doesn't matter. All right. Jeez. Oh, the earring, I've got to do that. Oh. I did bend my needle a bit when I made contact before. Still working all right. Now it's spraying shit out. I reduced it too much now, and now I've got the air pressure cranked up. I'm struggling to do the fine lines with it reduced more. That means don't stuff around. Oh, thanks, Scott. All right, let's one more time go around with brown, and then I'm going to switch to the orange. All pray to God. I just want to just get some brown all the way to the edge of the paper. Actually, that's really good because I can clear there's a lot of blue where I added this white on the edges. Kill these ones off. All right, we're getting there. I'm actually, will I turn it down? I'll turn the air pressure a little bit too high. Nah, we'll be right. Okay. So, reasonably happy with the shapes. Oh, no, see? And then I'll say that, and then I want to fix it another bit. Just looking at shapes here. Contrast in here is a little bit too much. Yeah. subtle. That's better. Bastard. Getting carried away now, I know, but I can't help it. Oh, it's an obvious one. Killed the blue, yeah, almost killed it all, mate, so far, but I haven't even gone to the orange yet. The orange will kill when everything's left. I might need to, like, use the orange over the whole thing just to keep it all uniform, but it's still going to be brown. Just might warm it up a bit. Putting a little bit more detail in the eyes. Actually got the shapes a little bit wrong there because that's better. Better. And now, what I love about this colour, you just keep going, it gets darker and darker in the darks. You can't see me, but I keep like standing back and looking from a distance. It's really good to see it from back a bit. Now I made that darker. It's like, oh, and that, okay, the eyebrows need to be darker. They're in the wrong spot. Not in the wrong spot, they're not big enough. You know, this part, which I've always thought was too dark, is not dark enough. Yada, yada, yada. And I still haven't needed the orange yet. There's a little bit of blue here and there. It's not going to need much at all. Now that darker, the whole forehead's not dark enough, and I thought that was way too dark early days. All right, see you, mate. You done well. Thanks, Scott, for being here. How we going? I've got 15 minutes for my 2-hour mark, but like I said, I'm finishing today no matter what, so I might go over time today. I've got 13 people here. That's cool. That's exciting. I'm doing YouTube for the numbers, but it's cool watching it just slowly creep up. I'm at 417 now. Nothing like Rob or Steve's numbers, but I just enjoy it. And there's 400 people that even thought about it. That's really cool. This is crazy now that I'm still going, like getting just dark. And as soon as I did that darker, then I realised the rest of it's not quite dark enough. I can go stronger. This is still with that brown. Oh, the blue's nearly all gone, mate. I haven't even need to do the orange yet, but I am going to do it. So the short answer to beating blue shift is transparent colours over the top. That's the end of the day. Here, got the air pressure flying. I don't know if I really want to do this one. I got to do it anyway. I don't normally play with the air pressures too much. It was just carrying on a little bit, just with the white, the thickness of the white. So I'll turn it up a bit and reduce it. And now I've got the reduced paint again. I should turn it back down, but can't be bothered. All right. Fucking thing. Oops, swore on YouTube. Me standing right back. I've got this one now, and I'm standing right back. So when I stand back, I make it like the same size. But you know, when you take this perspective out of it, it helps me see what needs to be adjusted. Here's got to be much darker. Still got that Pearl Jam song going in my head. I don't know if you're seeing the difference. I'm just making subtle changes, but it is making a difference slowly. And just studying each little section at a time, seeing what needs to be done. All right. Let's get the orange out. It's going to be hardly anything, but probably just warm the whole thing up. Yeah, thanks, Jason. That was sort of the idea of it. Even the actual image of her itself is more that elegant, like old style. Probably more cleavage than would be in those days, but it's artist discretion. All right, I'm going to test the orange this time. There we go. Orange. Bright orange. So it's going to warm it up a bit. Starting around edges where no one's really going to see. Oh, the blue just, I'm doing it so light and the blue just goes, oh, disappear. Easy, easy, easy. I just got to be careful. Like if you're doing this, you want to reduce that orange quite a bit because it could, yeah, that's right. Because you can quickly turn it into like bright orange, which is no big deal because what I can do, you can see, sorry, I've killed, there was all these little blue bits. I don't know if it comes up on the screen or not, but it just instantly goes. But yeah, keep it nice and reduced and it works in well, but it can quickly turn into like oversaturated if you put it too much. So just work lightly. Thing is, if you do overcook it, then it's no big deal. But you've got to kill it off like I did before. You have to get the white back out and kill it off and just cycle through that sequence of colours again. There's parts that's not even really blue, you just know it's off colour a little bit. And this is it, and it's turning into a much nicer brown, even though I've slightly overcooked it there. But that's all right, it actually looks better. So I might slightly overcook it everywhere. More of the sepia that I originally started from, or more of the sepia from last week, which was much warmer. This looks a little bit cooler. So just slowly warming it up. You see it's quite cold on the shoulder here. I don't know if it shows up, but just a light dust of orange, and it turns into a warmer brown, not orange at all. So I call surface mixing. Liquid mixing in the bottle, surface mixing, colour changing on the surface. The best way. Tattoo on the nose ring, you reckon, Paul? Actually got one. I'll show you in a minute. I half painted. Years ago I started painting it. I was practicing doing small stuff. And yeah, I put a tattoo and stuff on there just to make it a bit different. I'll show you. I'll show you. So that's the reference I made. And I put the tattoo and stuff on her, and I put the same tattoo as the background. It was like as if you were doing a Harley tank. It's just on an A4 aluminium composite, but I haven't finished yet. I'll do a face still, but those are all freehand. Even all the go and focus. Can't quite focus it in. All freehand. I was just pushing my abilities in. I can probably do it easier now. I'll show you another one day. I've got it hanging up inside, and I painted the skull, but I freehanded an A, and it was, I reckon, 1.5 millimeters tall. An ace on the card. The skull's holding the card. All right, back to the picture. Here we did, Paul. Got me distracted. We're going to be finished soon. This is like oh man, that's such a nice sepia colour now. Just warmed up that little bit. There's some hints of pencil lines, and I don't care. They're staying. It's not the colour that I had on the reference, which I wanted it this colour that I painted it, rather than how it come out on the print. Really strong blue shifts here, where I used the white really lightly over the dark brown. I surface mix all the time, Russ, all the time. Quite often it's the same colour. So when I'm doing skin colours, I actually did make a video on my colour stacking. I'd mix a colour like this, similar to skin, then add white. So I've got the two of them, and use the transparent version without any colour in it, and without any white in it, to get rid of the blue shift, even in the full colour artwork over the top, this similar sort of way. But you also can shift the colour, like the skin tone, a little bit warmer, a little bit cooler. Right, I do that all the time. I'm actually going to use that warming up so good. Lightly dusted the brown all the way to the edges. I'm going to use the orange all the way there because it's just making it look so much warmer and cleaner. can be stronger with it in the dark parts. Look at this. Right, even warm up the shadows almost. I guess at the end of the day, you just got to have a really good understanding of the color wheel and how they all mix with each other, and don't be afraid to mix them on the surface too. You know, when you think about it, like I'll say traditional artists, I think this is art. You know, we're artists with the airbrush, but if you're using oils and acrylics with paintbrushes, they're always surface mixing. You don't mix exact color on your palette and just put that on, and like they're mixing them on the surface, mixing them with each other. And the airbrush is perfect for that because it instantly mixes with each other, right? Like more instant than any other paint medium. Right, I would like to go back in and do these hairs there. Maybe I will. I didn't like how the white was spraying though. Can you see the difference on the screen? I don't know. It's such a drastic change as I'm doing this orange, but I know I'm working really lightly. Interesting to see if it shows up on the live. Yes, you can see. Interesting. So in the bottle gets you started, then your surface. Yeah, that's right. Exactly, mate. So I always find they're not making the same skin color where black man, white man, yellow man, whatever. It's just you pretty much every skin tone's based off an orange. Doesn't matter if you're African or English or whatever, right? And you just make those adjustments on the run. I'm being real careful with this because I don't want to overcook it, but I can just see a little bit there. Pretty good. All right. I want to put those hairs in the top corner. Come on, Mr. White, you can play nice. Wind you up. It looks like still more blue shift on the screen than it does here. It's much warmer here. Right. Mistake I made was reducing that white. That's all right, it's working. Paul, this is if you're still here, it's a little bit like the texture stacking the hair. I'm just like a little bit smaller, just picking out the highlights. It's the same as the texture stacking we we're talking about. Sorry, Ron, I was a little bit in conversation there. Just thought about it. Paul's here. I've been teaching Paul some texture stuff, freehand textures. Watching projection. Yeah, there you go. It's all about the screens and lighting. See, now that I've started this little, just wanted to pick those hairs out. It's like, oh, we go over the whole thing like that now. I can get so much more to just reduce it all to smaller shapes, pick out little bits and pieces. I want to get too carried away. Where are we at? 904. I'll put the highlights back in the eyes, brighten them up again. Always my favourite part, excuse me, when I first started airbrushing, putting the little sparkle in the eyes, mate. It was the best. Right, we'll just tint that hair off again, and we'll call it. Now I've got to decide whether to tint it with the orange. All right, I think it's too white. It will look too yellow straight up. Oh, thanks for coming, Steve. Appreciate it, mate. All right, so I'm debating whether just to tint it off with the original brown, because I think it's slightly blue, but I think the orange is going to be too orange. Well, as I pick up the orange, we'll just try it. I'll just do it lightly, and I'll know as soon as I do it whether it's going to turn out brown or too orange. Makes sense. Like when it's too white, hasn't got enough blue in it to turn it brown. But again, surface mix, I can add blue if I wanted to. So if this was black and white monochrome in it, what color would you? It's still the same. It's just the transparent colors over the top. So my black and whites, I always do that. But as long as you're finished with the sequence of light to dark, right? So middle grey, and then you've got white, and it's shifted. You put as like here, like when it's 100% white, it's not shifted there. It looks like it's shifted because the overspray has gone next to it, but where it's centered and it's covered, it's not actually blue shifted. So you do your white and it's sort of blue shifted everywhere, go back up to your middle grey and you spray up to it and you leave that little bit of white, the one little part that's not blue shifted, and then you go the darker grey and then black, blah, blah, blah. So it's about how you stack those colours. So I always go in the middle, darker, and then back down to light, and then up the scale of darker, 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 and finish with dark. And that's how it works out. And what's Russ saying? I'm going to guess orange because that's the opposite color. Yeah, that's it. But also, you think about this is browns, right? And this is what I was saying before. The brown, this original color's got this much. In the screen, this much yellow, this much red, little bit of blue. Look at my finger with the trigger. Yeah, so a tiny bit of blue, this much red, this much yellow. So when it's there, the tiny bit of blue is already on there. So I just need the orange. I need to make that exact same color without the blue in it, which is orange. So yeah, but in the same thing, it's the complementary color. That's right. It's the opposite color to blue. So I'm being really light with this orange here because, like I said, it was a little bit too white and it looks not enough blue on there. But what I can do is just use the first brown lightly if I wanted to. Because this has got the blue in it. Yeah, so a lot of information have been blurbing out tonight. Oh, it looks like now I'm looking at it. It looks a bit blue on his chest there. I'm going to go nuts with orange. Don't be scared. I'm being tentative with it because I want it finished now. Does that make sense? Where if I didn't have a deadline, I would just be less tentative and just go, yeah, just put it on and I know I can adjust it, because at any time I can go back through the whole cycle again. I can put white. If this gets too warm, too much orange, then I can just put white back on it and it'll go make it go cold and cycle through it all. So yeah, I am being tentative just because I want to finish it in what looks like it'll be about 2.5 hours today. All right, just got to stop. Let's call it. What do you reckon? Who's 11 people still here? That's exciting. All right, take the glasses off. Grand reveal. So we've got any more colors? Any more questions while I'm here? Because oh, that looks cool on the screen too. What do you reckon? I'm really happy with that. Be interesting to see. So it looks colder on the screen, like I keep saying. And I was aiming for something similar to the last one. So I'm going to grab that now just for the comparison's sake. So this is the one that inspired me. It's a little bit warmer going by the screen. I need to magnet it on. Just stand back. Yeah, it is a little bit warmer. Actually, now that makes me go, oh, I can go more orange. I'm not going to do it now, but I can actually put more orange on that. Actually, let's put more orange on it. Ha! Look at me. I'm finished, and then I'll keep going. More orange, warm it up. Also, like I said before, the orange has a darkness and lightness to it too, right? So there's the orange. If I photocopied it, then that would be a light grey, right? A bit darker in the center there, where harder. So you got to be careful of that too, where I'm actually making the whole thing a little bit darker in that tone. So you always got to allow that the darkness that the orange is going to add. But anyway. I'm really happy with that. Like I could keep going. In comparison, when I got that one out, I haven't completely killed all the coldness on it. But I feel like if I do go too hard, there's a possibility I'm going to have to kill that off with white again and blah, blah, just cycle through it all. And I don't want to do that. As I just keep painting, just stop painting, mate. Just say you're finished. You'll be done with it. All right, so yeah, so this one inspired this one because this one's just got one color and the white of the paper showing through to make that. I'll turn this camera off. And I was like, wow, so many things I want to be able to adjust, and even on that one, I was sort of happy with it. It looks good on that, but compared to the photo, it's not as good. So I went with this one, which is a tougher painting. There's still some shapes in that I would like to keep going, but we've got to call it sometime. And it's inspired me, so let's see if I can actually do this. I knew it in my head, and I do it all the time with color artworks, but that's it. I didn't. I better sign it, and we're calling it done. There we go. Signed. All right, I think we're done, guys. It only went 15 minutes over. I thought I could have done a whole another hour. Some part of me was like, I'm not even going to be finished this week. All right. Yeah, we got any more questions before we go about all that? Because I've dropped a lot of info today. Left looks more realistic to me. Yeah, it was probably that little bit of that. Like I said, it's a little bit colder than this one, but I disagree that that's more closer to a photo. This is a little bit more stylized, in my opinion. Even the reference is a little bit like that. You've seen that somewhere before, have you? Like this, the actual reference. This one I found on Pinterest. This one I made on Midjourney. All right, cool. Thanks again, guys. I'm going to close the stream down. Check it out later and have a giggle at all your drunken comments. And yeah, not on next week or the week after. So hopefully he's hanging around for 3 weeks away. That'd be cool. Yeah, thanks, Grumpy. Thank you, everybody. 11 people watching, 8 likes. If you haven't liked it, please do that for me. That'd be cool. Catch you next time.